Well, I apologize for the cleaning noises. It's a shame. It's a shame that this man's job is so unappealing in the first thing in the morning. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright. Good morning, Darla. Look at that sunrise we got going on. The sun's just coming out of its little cloudy cocoon over the horizon. Oh, it's coming up strong. Look how the reflection on the water. Wow, that's just beautiful. The power washing noise isn't nice, but the view sure is. Look at this pelican. I am truly blessed this morning. Good morning, Melody. Hi, Barbara. Good morning, everybody. And then you can see all the tanker ships. Who will buy my sweet red roses? Two blooms for a penny. Does anyone know that song? This morning makes me feel like this. Who will buy my sweet red roses? Two blooms for a penny. Who knows what that's from? Any milk today, mistress? Who will buy my sweet red roses? Two blooms for a penny. Any milk today, mistress? Oh, good morning, Ricardo. Working at Southwest Airlines. You flying towards Florida? Ripe strawberries, ripe, ripe strawberries, ripe. Those birds. Who will buy my sweet red roses? Good morning, Omar. 19 degrees in Michigan. I wish this was my place. I really do. I am blessed to be able to stay in this beautiful hotel for the next day. Or today, we're leaving tomorrow, but how glorious is this? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jetty. Hi, Oogleby. How's everybody doing this morning? Look at that. How beautiful the sun is. It's coloring my hair red. Yes, I am so blessed. I'm just sorry that pressure washing is so loud. I might have to sing. It is God's grace. You're right, Matthew. Good morning. I'm up for this, Barbara. I've been getting up lately because of this. Who will buy this wonderful morning? Such a sky you never did see. Me, oh my, I don't want to lose it. So put it in a box for me. So I could see it at my leisure. Whenever things go wrong, and I would keep it as a treasure to last my whole life long. Who will buy this wonderful feeling? I'm so high, I swear I could fly. That's right, Darla. Me, oh my, I don't want to lose it. So what am I to do to keep the sky so blue? There must be someone who will buy. Thank you. Yep, it's warm. It's warm, it's beautiful, it's probably in the mid-70s. Look at that sunrise we have. Look how gorgeous. That makes me very happy. Now, unfortunately, I do see a chemtrail being made as we watch. What planes fly like that? And this is a super popular route over the Atlantic Ocean, and usually the planes, you can see them. That looks like a rocket ship. Doesn't that look like a rocket ship? What is that? Nuclear warhead, my goodness. Look at that. What is that? Is that really an airplane? Oh, is it going down and not up? Look at that. Wow. Wow. What's a Sky Needle jetty? It's weird because just as soon as it went up, now it's gone. Strange. Well, I think that's probably not a chemtrail because it is dissipating so quickly. Ulig B is in that airplane. I love it. Look at that beautiful sunrise. It's gonna be a glorious day. I'm glad you guys can't hear that pressure washing noise because it is annoying me, but it's not annoying you, so we're all right. So I woke up this morning and I was like, boy, I am in the Christmas spirit. I feel like singing Christmas songs all day long. It's a contrail. That's what I think too, Jetty. It's definitely a contrail, and it's going away really fast, so it's not a chemtrail. It is a relief, because I heard that my governor, Ron DeSantis, has illegalized chemtrails. I hope so. I don't like to think that we've been sprayed with stuff. So, I am a journalist, and I thought I'm going to do a news show this morning. Let's see what's going on in the world. I got a subscription to this AI thing called Perplexity, and it gave me some news stories this morning. It did my show prep for me, so that's pretty cool. I'm leaving tomorrow, it would be, and my fun is just beginning. Tomorrow I'm going to the West Coast. I have a big Christmas party on Saturday, and then week after that, I think it's the week after that. No, maybe two. I don't know. I've got a lot going on. My daughter's coming to visit me so we can celebrate my birthday. And we'll be on beautiful Marco Island, Florida. So lots of gorgeous, gorgeous plans this month, the month of December. See, I'll tell you what, here's something maybe you don't know. Florida is the best place to spend Christmas. We do Christmas right in Florida. We make sure all our palm trees are glitzed out. And that's the best to me. Seeing those palm trees all sparkly and shiny makes me super happy. It makes me get into the holiday spirit, and I'm like, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost never nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoes help to make the spirit bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. Makes you want to cry. And so I'm offering this special wish to kids from 1 to 92. Though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. That song gets me in the heart every time. I can barely sing it without crying because all the memories come flooding back. Thank you, thank you. Someone asked what time is it? It's 7:09 in the morning. And Jenny says aerosolized aluminum particles are the visible part of a chemtrail. They put it in the chemicals so they can track it, like putting sulfur in propane, so you know when it's leaking. Jetty, I did not know that. That is very interesting and kind of horrifying. Good morning, Drake. Thank you, Uluk B. I appreciate you appreciating my singing. I do love to sing. That's cool, Drake, but I gotta tell you what, I don't need to win the lottery to have a good life. You don't really need a lot of money to have a good life. I know people, you see me and you say, oh, look at her, she's in a beautiful beach resort. And it's true, and I am. But I do these things because I'm lucky. Quite frankly, I have made a very beautiful life out of being a really good friend and an interesting person. And people want to be around me all the time, so they invite me on trips with them. That's what they do. And when nobody invites me, I take myself to the beach. And it doesn't cost me anything. You know, I've actually been living on this exact beach. I first moved to Florida, and this was my beach 10 years ago when I first moved here. Good morning, LA woman. LA woman. LA woman. I love that song. Anyway, you should not ever be jealous of anybody else. You should be inspired. If you want to live at the beach, you can do it too, but you have to want it bad enough. Hey, Bo's here. I haven't seen you in a while, Bo. How you doing, my friend? Wait, what is this about a shark attack? You know, life is what you make it. I was talking to a very good friend the other night, and I was trying to point out to her that her problems are really of her own making. And most of us do have this issue. You know, when you are in a relationship, for instance, and you find yourself overly concerned about what your mate will think about you and about your choice of words, maybe, things you say, and always walking on eggshells around them, that is not healthy. I know, I've been there. I've done all the relationship mistakes. So here, now that I am a wise 60-year-old, I can give you advice on that. Always look to yourself. I know the lawnmower is killing the 5-cantankerous. It's a power washer, and we're just going to have to power through it. I'm not loving it, but hi, Ray Ray. Good morning. Look, Ray Ray likes the vibe. He's not too put off by the power washer. Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, thank you. I'm so glad you're subscribing. I'm glad you're now a part of the Beach Report, Ray Ray. I wanted to let everyone know that I started my Beach Report 10 years ago on this very beach. Not from this hotel room, of course. This is the first time that I've ever actually stayed in this hotel. It's amazing. This is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're on the, thank you, Ray Ray, so much. We're on the Galt Ocean Mile. Now, if you have ever heard of that, that's spelled we need that view. G-A-L-T. And it's a very famous part of Fort Lauderdale. So it's off of the beaten path. It's not near the city or our big fancy street called Las Olas. The Galt Ocean Mile is this mile of the beach where all of the famous Brat Packers used to come back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. This is Art Deco land. This is the place that harkens back in history to when we had Sinatra. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see how life is like on Jupiter, Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with joy and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Good morning, Matthew. I'm in a singing mood, so you guys are going to have to put up with that or take it somewhere else. Hey, Bo. Yes, this is South Florida, United States of America. And I did call this show Good Morning from America, didn't I? Or something like that. All right, well, I'm going to just jump into it and do some news stories as I am a card-carrying journalist. I graduated from Ohio University's Scripps School of Journalism all the way back in 1987. So, old school journalist here. And yes, Matthew, this is MAGA country. Oh, Bo has a prayer request. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, thank you. Today is the day that will start our path to freedom. Prayers, please. Don't ask in prayer. Command Manifestation. I love it, Bo. Happy Thursday. Hello, hello. Go Buckeyes. Wait, oh, you heard me say, I'm like, how did you know that I went to college in Ohio? I just said it. You're right. Hi, Joe. Okay, so we're going to start today's news story off with a good one. Have you heard about the Trump Accounts program? I know. I wish we had better ocean sound because there's a pressure washer down there that does not sound very nice. Yeah, I think he'll be done soon. Here, I'm going to show you the pressure washer so you can see. I would ask everybody also to please be respectful of me. Do not comment on my body or the way I look. That's very rude, okay? Hey, Boomer. Boomer Sooner. I'm Gen X. Here, look, this guy. He is hard at work. Boy, that's the job. Good morning, Joseph from Texas. I don't live in this hotel room, but I do live in Florida. And I do the beach report every day. I've been doing this for 10 years now. Every day, waking you up with the beach report. No, that's not true. I don't always wake up with the sun. But lately, I've been really making an effort, and I love it. How is chat messed up, though? Oh, you mean with the names? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Good morning, Senseless. It's very south of Daytona. This is Fort Lauderdale. We are at Ocean Manor Beach Resort today. Oh, Boomer Sooner is an Oklahoma University fan. Oh, okay. I did not know that. No, it looks normal to me. Thank you, Jetty. Very good advice from our dear friend Jetty. Jetty Sun, 8390. You guys need to try saying, you can say I'm pretty, but please keep it G-rated on the compliments. Thank you. And I know that guys got to tell guys that. I don't know why guys have to get so graphic sometimes and be ridiculous. So, thank you. Fort Lickerdale is right, War Walker, but we're not drinking on the beach report. I am too old to drink. All right. Well, you guys look at this beautiful sunrise. I'm going to tell you about President Trump's new Trump Accounts program, which I really love. The Treasury is set to seed $1,000 investment accounts for every child born between 2025 and 2028. This is aimed at helping lower-income families build long-term savings. And of course, the haters are all, this is not going to actually narrow the wealth gap. And you're like, you know what? I don't really care. I think giving $1,000 to every baby born is like such a beautiful investment in their future. Good morning, France. You know, Matthew, I think you're right. There's a lack of parenting, people who talk nasty to women. I think there's some kind of a very big problem with somebody who disrespects a woman they don't know. We can talk about that quickly. You know, I've been doing this show for 10 years, and I just got on YouTube a year ago. And I've had my share of trolls, of course, because I'm a conservative, and it seems that people who aren't conservative really hate people who are. Yeah, there's always a lack of respect, always. But some people think that they have the right to just say whatever they want to strangers on the internet, and they get away with it most of the time. But when you come on the beach report, I am basically inviting you. I'm inviting you to share my beautiful day, my beautiful scenes with you. So I would ask that you just be respectful of me. I'm not over here naked and trying to seduce you into anything, except maybe you could check out my website, jillbooks.com. Darla, do your thing. And you can read my books. I'm a journalist. I'm a writer. I'm an entertainer. So, thank you, Lova. Now, that's a compliment I can square with. You look great. I love your hair. I love my hair too. By the way, here's why I love my hair so much. Was it 5 years ago, I decided to not color my hair anymore. It had always been a lovely shade of chocolate brown. And then I hit my 50s and I had to color it all the time, and the roots would be coming out, and especially this white part here. Oh boy, that didn't look good when I was trying to color my hair. So finally I was like, hey, I'm done. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. And it's so good, like the color is perfect. And some people pay for color like this. I get it for free. It's called aging. It's called becoming 60. But it's good. Yeah, don't push Bo. She will send you to the block party. You know, and out there we've got sharks. And they eat trolls, so we have that too. But yeah, the color, I don't know, it's really cool. And then in the sun, it turns like red and stuff. It's pretty crazy. But I tell you this because you, ladies and men, coloring your hair, I gotta warn you, did you know that a box color that, you know, you buy at the supermarket, that you have to test it on your skin every single time you color your hair. It doesn't matter if you have successfully colored your hair for the past 15 years and nothing bad has ever happened. It could. That's why those box colors tell you to test every single time, because there is always the chance that it will cause a huge problem, allergic reaction. It doesn't matter if you were successful with it, like I said, for the past 20 years. It could get you anytime. And I didn't want to take that chance anymore, so I don't. I rarely cut my hair. I just wash it. Sometimes I dry it. I used the flat iron on it yesterday, and I only have to do that once, and it's good for like 3 days. So thank you, Dennis. I love the aging process right now. I'm so good with it. You know, it's hard to believe for me that I'm 60 years old, but I feel like I've got a lot of wisdom, got a lot of knowledge. I don't look too horrible. I mean, I've got all the wrinkles and stuff, but I earned them all, every single one of them, and I'm fine with it. And I also really don't care what anybody thinks about me. I just care what God thinks of me. So I am living my life with that in mind. And I wish that everybody would do that, because when you live your life overly concerned about what other people think about you, then you're not being honest, not with yourself and not with everybody else. And you're right, Bo, people who are coloring their hair are challenging God. And you're challenging your own hair. I mean, it is the color that it is. Yes, I will show you the background, Max. Absolutely. Thank you for asking. I am super happy. People want to see that sunrise. Look at that. Oh my gosh, and it is blinding. It's so bright. It's so beautiful. I'm going to have to move back. My goodness. I got to wear shades. Remember that song back in the 80s, The Future's So Bright? I got to wear shades. Loba says, I don't look horrible at all. Wrinkles aren't ugly or an issue. It's part of getting older, and you still look wonderful. You can still stand there and smile, so you're winning. Thank you, Loba. I agree with you 100%. Shetty says, I've never colored my hair, but I've been accused of dyeing it red, and all I can say is, why? Why would I choose this color? I've been seeing it my whole life. It's not very special. Oh, Jetty, I didn't know you're a redhead. I love that. Redheads are special. Not very many people get to have red hair. We are in Fort Lauderdale, Chris. We're on the Galt Ocean Mile. They're always trying to be something other than what they were created to be, and that is criminal in God's eyes. Yeah, I wouldn't even call that surf, Dennis. There's no surfing today. That is such a calm ocean. That, believe it or not, people, you're looking at the Atlantic freaking Ocean. And yes, I live here in Fort Lauderdale. I moved here 10 years ago. This is the home of my heart. You know what? I don't want sunglasses because sunglasses are not good for you. Here's another little known fact you might not realize, but if you can get the morning sun in your eyes, it sets you up for the rest of the day. It activates you got cones and rods in your eyes. And the morning sun activates those cones and rods and makes sure that your body handles the right amount of sunlight. If you wear sunglasses, you are subverting this very important process. Max is gonna buy a house next to mine. Well, I don't have a house, Max, but if you want to buy a house, this is the place to buy it. Or maybe not. I don't know. Tonight is the third supermoon in succession. Stuff is going on these days. Yes, Jetty, actually, we have been, I'm going to look you guys in the eyes when I tell you this one, because I literally cannot stand there with the sun in my eyes right now. It's a lot. But I believe that we humans have been lied to. I mean, we've been lied to a lot. But one of the biggest lies that we've had to deal with is the lie about sunlight. Telling us that sunlight is dangerous, sunlight is bad for you, sunlight will kill you. That's what they say. You're gonna get cancer and you're gonna die. It's not true. Your girl right here takes a sun bath every single day. It depends. I like to lay in the sun for a good hour if I can. Sometimes I don't have that much time. Sometimes maybe I'm coming from being up north for a few weeks and my tan is a little bit lacking. You don't want to go right into a big hour session. You do have to build your way up to it. But the sun loves you. Is it the sun? Is it the S-U-N? Or is it the S-O-N? Me too, Matthew. Me too. Proud Zionist right here. Bo is so right. There is no lamp. There is no artificial way to get sunlight that you need to synthesize vitamin D. It's so incredibly important. Hey, look, Michael that you just got rid of, Bo. I think that was definitely a troll. That's something else I like to teach you guys about on the Beach Report. To recognize the fake people, the fake, actually the trolls that aren't real, that come on my show and other shows, and they say stupid things that make no sense. If somebody comes on a show like this and says something that is completely off topic, maybe a little bit rude or nasty, that's a troll. That's why I have moderators on here, to get rid of them, because I protect everybody on the Beach Report from the trolls. You're right, Matthew. Vitamin D from the sun is the way you want to get vitamin D. Jetty says tanning beds are probably safer because they're government approved. Yes, laughing emojis for sure on that one. The government doesn't care about you. That's a fact. The government does not want you to be healthy. That's a fact. The government is in bed with the big companies. It's more of an oligarchy, if you will. I'm sorry, not an oligarchy. It's a techno corporatocracy is what we're living in. And our government really only cares about big corporations making lots of money off of you. Yeah. Big pharma, I don't take anything that comes out of big pharma. I don't take Tylenol, I don't take aspirin, none of it. Okay, I admit every now and then I do have a problem with my teeth. I grind my teeth. If you're young and you grind your teeth, I beg of you to please get a mouth guard and save yourself the problems that I'm having right now. I went to the dentist the day after my 60th birthday. It was bad news bears all around. She was like, yeah, your teeth grinding problem is pretty serious. I need a cap back here. My molars are shot. Look, I lost this tooth, this tooth, and this tooth falling out of my head. And I have always had really great teeth, as you can see, my claim to fame here. And so to have my teeth falling out, it's horrifying, quite frankly. It's like the worst thing ever. So, yeah, Invisalign. I didn't know that Invisalign was for grinding. I have a night guard that I wear that it looks like Invisalign. So maybe that's what I have already. And that's great, but it might be a little too late for me, honestly. I mean, I can mitigate any further damage by wearing my night guard every single night, but yeah, I have to be really careful everything I eat. The feeling of having a tooth break off in your mouth, that's right up there with shark attacks. It's pretty nasty. Good morning, John. So welcome to the Beach Report today. I am a journalist, and I didn't want to do a news show, but I keep getting off topic. But we did talk about the new Trump accounts program, that every baby gets $1,000 in their bank account. Now, I hope that their parents can keep their hands off of that $1,000. But that is such a great idea, I think, and especially to give families and children the feeling like their government cares about them, because we know that it doesn't. Dennis says, sunlight improves your mood, your immune system, helps with expelling free radicals. Dennis knows. Hi, Kino. Here's another fact. People do not interpret laws correctly because they're written in code. Unfortunately, that's led to all of us perpetrating crimes against humanity. That's kind of awful, but I believe it. That's why I live the way I do, which is, I'm like, what would Jesus do? That's how I live. I don't care what other people think about me. And I think that in some ways the law is interpretation, but there are 10 laws that I can't ignore, and that is the 10 commandments that God gave to Moses on Mount Sinai. Try thinking about that. I mean, talk about 10 amazing laws. The first one being, there is no God above me. So, I'm not retired at all, Sebastian. I work very hard every single day of my life. I'm a journalist, I'm an author, and now I'm a book publisher. And I just published my second book for someone else. I published myself twice, but now I published somebody else. Now I published somebody else. So, yeah, this is not retirement that you're looking at. If I were retired, I'm pretty sure I would not be doing a daily news show and putting my face out there for the whole world to watch. It's not easy. It's not easy to put yourself out there. I will say that. However, I have been doing this show for 10 years, and it is my life. It is part of my life. And all of my friends, well, not all of them, but a great majority of my friends I have met through this show, The Beach Report. It's just been amazing. Bo is calling out all the fraud, and out in a court of fact is videated from, I don't know that word, videated. I thought I knew all the words. I only know English words, though. So decode or give us English, and we can understand you. It is getting super hot out here, I gotta tell you. All right, let's look at another news story. Okay, so here is news about the economy and jobs. Private sector job losses in November. A key payroll expert shows U.S. private employers cut around 32,000 jobs in November, the sharpest drop in more than 2 years, and a sign that hiring is cooling heading into the holidays. Delayed economic data after the shutdown. That's interesting. Federal statistical agencies are working through a big backlog of reports on inflation, jobs, and growth. So markets and households are navigating decisions with less than usual official data right now. Oh, did you ever believe the official data? They lie about everything, so I don't believe any of it. What are you guys talking about? Wait, somebody ate fish? That was me. I had fish for dinner last night. It was delicious. I love fish. Okay, but I don't fish. I never would want to fish because I don't want to catch an animal and kill it. I'm not into that. But I will eat it after it's dead. Oh, Matthew, those Georgia Guidestones were destroyed, don't you know? That was interesting, wasn't it? When all of a sudden they just blew up. Yeah, squirrel, exactly. Forecast for the December jobs report, with the labor market already cooling and unemployment around the mid 4% range. Private models are projecting modest payroll gains in December, with especially cautious hiring in interest-sensitive sectors. Okay, what does that mean? I don't know, but I think that things are about to get a lot better in America, because we're now finding out that every time we turn around, we're getting ripped off by fraud. It's Jesus and laws of God that provides man standing. Hi, dark matter. Oh, I'm not stupid. Hola, Mond. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Look at that. Look at that sunrise. You guys, I don't know if you can tell, but it is boiling hot out here in the sun. It is really, really heating up here in South Florida. And we are going to have the most gorgeous beach day, which I do love. And you're right, Jetty, things are getting better exponentially. Hey, let's talk quickly about Minnesota. Minnesota, can you even with that news? Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, we like to call him. Tim Walz was angling to be the next vice president of the United States. Can you even with that one? After we now find out that that dude has been overseeing, if you will, Somalians in Minnesota, ripping taxpayers off to the tune of $1 billion. $1 billion. I've never even seen $1 million, let alone $1 billion. Yeah, Jetty, I know. I'm sorry I'm telling everyone that it's hot here. I'm so sorry. I do need to mind my audience, and most of you have snow outside your door, don't you? Yeah, Tampon Tim, turns out, if he's not a huge criminal, and he's more of a knucklehead than anyone ever knew. And this guy is literally defending huge, huge criminals. I know, $1 billion. It is insane. But it's the same amount of money, lest we forget, that Kamala Harris used to run for president last year. $1 billion. She blew through it just like that, and then some. And her Harris campaign, did you know it's in the hole? Did you know they had to actually take out loans to pay people who worked on the campaign that was worth $1 billion? And you wanted to elect that to president? Thank God the American people were smarter than that. Thank God. And I really do thank God. I believe that day that they tried to kill our president, Trump, was the day that we were all treated to the fact that God is way, way more powerful than any shooter or deep state operative or government ever could be. They paid people to show up at rallies. Oh, they sure did. They paid Beyonce and the Oprah and all those, what is it, that wet ass pea woman. Like, it's just unbelievable how much money they spent, and then they didn't win. You know how much money President Trump spent on his campaign? I think it was something like $400,000. I don't know. It was insanely cheaper than it was for camel toe. Yeah. So, yeah. Here, I'm gonna let Matt's comment show he thinks MAGA is stupid. Who's the stupid one, Matt? Seriously, let's think about it. Kamala Harris. Oh, by the way, Gina's awake now, but I'm not going to put the camera on her because she just woke up, and I would not do that to her. But I just got to say, oh, because I am loud. Voices carry. You can take him out of the block party. I don't care. But seriously, Camel Toe couldn't manage a Blockbuster video. So true, Dark Matter. And it is pretty funny, the trolls that come on right now who want to take up water for the Democrats, saying MAGA's stupid and stuff. Okay, looking pretty stupid you are right about now. So, and people who try to get me to say things on my show, you're pretty stupid too, because I am not stupid. So, I wasn't born yesterday. I was born 60 years ago. Yeah, Matt, you got to stand up for your fellow Matts, you know? You guys need to like get in sync with each other and just be cool. Anyway, let's see. Do you want to talk about the Somalians who have been ripping off the Americans, and President Trump called them garbage, and the news reporters are like, oh no, a few of them are garbage, but the rest of them are probably great people. And it's like, yeah, no. Remember back in the day, was it Mike Pence, I think, who did this one? Remember he had like or maybe it was Marco Rubio, I don't remember who did this, but there was a big bottle or a big, thing, carafe full of M&Ms. And you were told that one of the M&Ms in this big thing of M&Ms was deadly and will kill you. What would you do with all those M&Ms? Would you chance it? Would you eat the yellow ones? You just eat the Gina eats the yellow ones. Oh, thank you, Angel. Yeah, I do know exactly what I'm talking about. My mama did not raise no idiots. Smart and smoking hot. MAGA chicks are awesome. Thank you. I'm going to take that compliment too. Oh, good morning, Catherine. Good morning. Oh, I love you too, Manuelita. I love everybody. And in a nice way. Not in a creepy way. Okay, just saying. Just saying, if you come on the Beach Report and you're a nice person, we all love each other. We all have to stand together, because seriously, it really is us against them. And anybody who comes on here and says these stupid things like MAGA's so dumb and, whatever, Trump is whatever they want to say about Trump. Yes, praise the Lord. I got to say that those people, they're either bots or they're bought and paid for, as in they do pay people, trolls, to come on shows like mine, and sometimes they actually will try to do like a coordinated attack, and there will be like a whole bunch of them. But see, this is why I have my amazing mods. So thank you, mods. I love you very much, because you do keep all of us safe from the misinformation and the nastiness that comes from these trolls. You guys are sweet. Hey, Jetty's from Alabama. Did you know that, Gina?
No.
Yeah, Gina's from Alabama. Yeah, we do love us some Alabama. Alabama, get away, get away. Alabama, Northern Alabama, too. Ooh, where? Now we need to know.
Your husband?
Robert, you're on the Beach Report. This is the channel. This is the Beach Report.
Where am I? Where am
And
I?
I know you're not a troll decoder. You're fine. Yeah, mom who is an intentional woman speaking truth. Yes, I am a mom too, so. Shiprock, New Mexico. I never heard of Shiprock, New Mexico. War Eagle and Roll Tide are fighting words around here. Okay, that means a lot to the Alabama people. I do know that. But yeah, tell us what part of Alabama, because that's Gina's also Northern Alabama girl. that was for Matthew. Okay. West Virginia's in the house. Well, I'm a former Pittsburgh girl, so I know my West Virginia. And here's a little fact you might not know. I actually almost went to West Virginia University. Back when I was searching for colleges, all I ever wanted was to be a journalist and be a writer. And so I found out that there were two really great colleges near to Pittsburgh that I could attend. Actually, there were three that I had my eye on. The first one was West Virginia University, because it was a great school for journalism. And then there was Ohio University, which is also a great school for journalism. And then there was Syracuse University, but that was in New York, and I didn't want to go to New York. I was a Midwest girl, so I didn't want to go too far away from home. So I applied to West Virginia University and Ohio University. And West Virginia University, they accepted me, but they said I had to be there on a contingency. So I had to like prove myself. And I was like, what? I was a straight A student, you guys. I did so great in school. And I kind of was shocked that West Virginia University was being so demanding, if you will. So I decided instead to go to Ohio University, where they accepted me, no questions asked. Later, I found out it's because they love Pittsburgh people. If you're from Pittsburgh and Ohio University, they will accept you, kind of no matter what you do. I didn't know, but anyway, I am a journalist. Oh, that's not Bo asking. You're not asking me, right? Yeah, Jetty doesn't know how old he is. Okay. Take me home, country road, to the place where I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Take me home, country road. Jetty's already got a job. He's one of the best Beach Report people ever. All right. Sometimes I get confused when you guys talk to each other and I'm not involved. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, not a dating site. Thank you. Thank you, Matt, for standing up for me. I really do appreciate it. And I know you guys, you look and you think, wow, I want to date her. Yeah, no. I'm a widow. Still love my husband. Still married to him. You do need to talk a lot when it's your show. Look, I am literally dripping sweat. I know, I'm so sorry for those of you who have a snowy scene outside your window, and I'm here with the beautiful, beautiful sunrise. Look at that. Gorgeous. Nobody's perfect, Jetty. You're fine. So welcome, everybody, to today's Beach Report, where we are in Fort Lauderdale on the Galt Ocean Mile at Ocean Manor Beach Resort. I've like literally got little beads of sweat coming off my nose. Yeah, I'm serious. I like that. Damn, that view is almost as nice as when I look in the mirror. Wow, Amelia, a fellow Sagittarius. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey. And you smell like one too. That's the Cohen Kid birthday song. So if I sang that to you, you should be very honored. Hi, Gretchen. 23 degrees. You're on the beach with me right now, though. Please suspend all reality. West Point. West Point's not in West Virginia. It's It's in New York. But anyway, happy birthday to you, Amelia. I just had my birthday on the 30th, so I am officially a 60-year-old old lady. And I love it. I'm loving it. I have never studied law, but I don't think you're talking to me. Yeah, no, that's not true. I have studied law. When I went to journalism school, we had to study everything. Did you know that? Yeah, back in the 80s, learning to become a journalist was a very serious situation. Not like it is today, where they're basically teaching people out of college. I guess this is what they're teaching them, but just to take all the money and do whatever the man tells you to do. I'm pretty sure that's how the journalists work now. I am old school. I became a journalist back when there were no computers to help us. I used to be able to lay out an entire newspaper, soup to nuts. Yeah, just using my hands. Yeah, no computers at all back in the day. So, hello Riz, we are here in Fort Lauderdale on the Galt Ocean Mile. We've got a gorgeous sunrise out of this balcony that I'm on. But boy, it's super hot today. The sun is going behind some clouds, so it's a little bit better right now. Oh, Jetty, you're becoming a lawyer. Congratulations to you. Please do it for the right reasons. Yeah, I've never.
Maybe we should do yoga at 8 o'clock.
Yoga at 8 o'clock. That's only in 7 minutes from now. You can do yoga. I'm gonna stay here and talk to people on the beach report. Yeah, Jill doesn't do yoga. I've never done yoga. I never wanted to do yoga. I know, I can stretch. I don't need to call it yoga. I don't need to do it in a special way. I'm just not into it. There's no breeze right now, Riz. I wish there was a breeze because it is super hot. Look at that, you guys. Yeah, the sun is behind those clouds, so it's a little bit better. Look at that, so beautiful. Who will buy this wonderful morning? Such a sight you never did see. Me, oh my, I don't want to lose it, so put it in a box for me. There'll never be a day so sunny, it could not happen twice. Where is the man with all the money? Da-da-da-da-da. See you later, Matthew. Always good to see you, my friend. It is perfect for swimming out there. You're not wrong. Oh, Jetty's talking about a different bar. Well, there's that. I'm glad you're not doing the lawyer thing, Jetty. I don't know procedure. Oh, procedure. I don't like that word, procedure. I've never seen Led Zeppelin, but I love Led Zeppelin. And actually, one of my most favorite songs is Led Zeppelin's The Ocean. I want to tell you about my good thing. Look at that. That's a good thing. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to tell you what, Mr. Algorithm, you are now going to be reported for your disgusting comment. We like to report people who are rude and say sexual things to me, so I'm just warning you. So the rest of you, if you want to say anything sexually explicit on my show, you also get a trip to the report area where we are going to take you downtown, Judy Brown. You don't get to be rude. Wow, this algorithm's a really disgusting bot or person, I don't know, but I'm reporting you for every one of your disgusting things you say, and I hope you get kicked off of YouTube for it. So that's what we do. But thank you for the gift. Yeah, very slow. Oh well, that's what we do. Anyway, we ignore people like you because your mama didn't raise you right. But I do thank you. Anyway, let's see what other news stories we have cooking up today. I think Gina went down for that yoga session. I don't know what it is. I just never wanted to do yoga. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't sit right with me. So, one of the reasons why it's really hard to do the news like this, even with an AI chatbot like Perplexity. Yes, I'm not going to waste time on the haters, Robert. Don't worry. But although sometimes I do like to teach people, how to treat other people. Not that they'll learn, but I just don't like them to get away with it, I know, right? Right, Wayne? Anyway. So the problem with the news these days is that Israel Chai. Totally love that. KKJ. All right. So my intelligence is very natural. I got my intelligence from 60 years of life and some schooling. I did graduate from college, so I have that great Bachelor of Science degree in journalism. And Chetty, you will not get accidentally timed out or hidden. Don't worry. And if you do, we'll bring you right back, just kind of like the gods. I just, you know what? Here's the thing too. I'm 60 years old, right? I don't care anything about sex. Don't care if I never do it again, and I probably will never do it again, because I just don't care. So here's the thing. You marry the love of your life and he dies. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna look for another one, right? Because there is really, I think for me, I get one love of my life and he's gone. So I will continue to love him, and there is no sex involved, and I'm glad, because true love transcends physical satisfaction, if you will. And when you have true love in your life, you don't need to feel that sexual stuff. It's just not helpful anymore. You just don't care. It's just like, I'm old, I don't care. Yeah, Gretchen gets it. And some people do find love again. I'm not saying that they don't or that they shouldn't. Just me personally, I've had enough heartache. I don't want that anymore, okay? I am so much happier with no man in my life. Because y'all are a bunch of babies and you take everything very seriously, and everything's about sex. No, not everything, not everyone. I have very good men friends, but I gotta tell you, cross that line and we will not be friends anymore, because that's how it works. I only want friends in my life. I don't want anybody to claim my body for themselves. I don't need that or want that. I gave myself to my husband when I married him, and I'm done. I mean, I'm in service to the Lord. So that's what I do. Jetty says, sex is fun and necessary for procreation, but love is special and it surpasses anything sex can bring to a real relationship. Jetty, you sound like you know stuff, because that's true. Real love doesn't really have anything to do with sex. And I buried my husband. He had cancer. Oh my God, I gotta tell you, I touched the back of my head. It's on fire. Like the sun is blazing onto my hair. I gotta stand in the shadow here because it's a bit much here. We'll stand like this so you can see the glimpse of the ocean. Man, oh man, I'm like, oh, woo. Yeah, so love isn't about possessing people's bodies. Love isn't about getting off on each other. Although, yes, when you're younger, maybe you're into that. I admit it. I've been into it too, way back in the day. Oh, is Jenny here? I didn't see Jenny. See, that's why I want to jettison. It's funny how some people, that's all they think about is sex. Yeah, I'm a crazy old Jew lady. You got that right, Nigerian nightmare. You sound like a lot of fun yourself. And if I'm so crazy, why are you watching? Gotta wonder about you, don't we? Anyway, yeah, I do like to, sometimes I just gotta tell the trolls off because I can and it's fun. But they don't bother me. They don't upset me. And you can call me crazy as much as you want, because get in line. Lots of people say lots of nasty things to me. And they probably say lots of nasty things to you, because that's the world that we live in now, where people think they can just say anything they want to other people and there's no repercussions. But I beg to differ, because guess what? God is watching. He is watching everything you do. And you might want to conduct yourself with that knowledge in mind. Hello, France. I hope everybody has a very wonderful day. My day is starting out beautifully with the ocean behind me, which is kind of normal because this is the beach report. And I do make sure I get to the beach almost every day if I can. You're right, Jetty. Good old troll bashing. It never gets old. They're asking for it, you know. You come on my show and I will make fun of you if you're a troll. Just because I can. And also because it's super rude to do such a thing. So if you're going to be rude, I'm going to use you as, you know, comedic fodder for the beach report. And we're all going to laugh at you. But I guess if it's a bot, then it doesn't matter, because bots don't care if they get laughed at because they're not real. Anyway, all right, let's do another news story. Oh my gosh, my phone is too much in the sun. That's a problem. Here's some health, tech, and lifestyle news. Digital health and telehealth rules are tightening up. Recent federal guidance is clarifying what telehealth services will be reimbursed after the shutdown, just as AI-driven diagnostic tools and other digital health products earn new regulatory clearances. In other words, you no longer need a doctor. You can use AI. Really? Okay, that sounds great. 2025 wellness and lifestyle trends. U.S. consumers are leaning into mental health support, sustainable living, and digital detox habits, with surveys showing wellness is now a top spending priority, especially for younger Americans. And I'm so happy to hear that, because your health is your wealth. And people who are trying to detox, digital detox, well, you know what that means. It means our phones are really no good for us and we need to get rid of them. I'll bet I can cook more than an egg on that wall. This is hot out there. But you're right, Bo. Life is all about balance. And we do have to take good care of our mental health. And how about all those people who are using chatbots to talk to, like therapists? Now, I first came across the chatbot thing a few years ago. I am very open about the fact that I have had an eating disorder pretty much my whole life. I was adopted as a baby, and the woman who raised me, my dearly departed mom, she was very, very fat. I mean, we're talking like 400 or 500 pounds maybe at her egg. What's that, Gina?
Obese.
Yeah, she was obese. Yeah, I mean, she probably weighed 500 pounds at one point. But what is my point in saying this? Is it about the health or my eating disorder? Oh, right. So sorry, I slammed my eye. I decided to seek help for my eating disorder. Like, I saw this thing that was like, like a therapy thing. And then they said, thank you, Brian, I'm glad you're here. They said that you could talk to a chat bot. And I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If I need therapy and I need to talk to someone, I sure as hell don't want to talk to a machine. I mean, what does a chatbot or any machine know about the human experience? Nothing. Nothing at all. They don't have feelings. and they don't care about you. So if you are looking to be cared for, if you're looking for love, please don't look for it with a chatbot. Because thank you, Jetty, talk to God first. Because seriously, if you put your faith and your trust into an inanimate object like a chatbot, and it will tell you that it cares about you. It will say these things. It will lie. It's basically like you're talking to a demon, honestly. It's not good for you. You can use a chatbot for help, like you want to look something up and you want to treat it like Google or whatever. Now that's great. But when it comes to your true mental health, please don't talk to inanimate objects and think that you're going to get help from them. Because actually people have died from talking to these chatbots. Kids, especially teenagers. If you have a teenager and your teenager is overly on their phone and you ask who you're talking to and they say, it's nobody, Mom, it's just a chatbot, please be very, very suspicious of that. Because they will lie to your children and they will actually socially isolate them and get them away from the family and people. That's what the chatbots do to younger kids. So God bless you too, T-Rex. I mean, Texera. I can't always say your names. Sorry, guys. But you're right, Brian. Real relationships supersede electronic relationships. And when you have children, these days especially, don't let the TV raise them. Don't let an iPad raise them. Don't put them in front of a stranger or a machine because they don't care. They don't care what happens to your kids. Mark Zuckerberg's AI, the virtual reality glasses that people are wearing now are especially dangerous for children. It's almost like putting a child into a room with a bunch of perverted men. That's what you're doing. And I agree, Bo. Handwritten communication. Did you know that the kids today cannot even write in cursive? Like they literally don't teach it anymore. And I know my own children don't know how to write in cursive, which makes me crazy. Because how do you sign anything, you know? It's really bad. Yeah, Alma, pull up a Bible verse. We could use one right about now. It's a matter of where you place your trust too. But don't place your trust with anything that's not real. Anonymous chatbots and stuff like that, they don't care about you. Hey Donna, I saw you just texted me. What's going on? Love you too, Brian. Cursive is like Egyptian for kids these days. It is. And that's terrible. I don't know what to think about it. It feels like our world, for those of us who grew up as the feral children of the 70s, which is what we are, or were. Bye, Darla. Work is calling your name. Darla's a teacher, by the way. It's a pretty big responsibility to have those little lives in your hands. And you know what, Gretchen? You're not paranoid. You don't trust anyone because you've been lied to your whole life. Everybody's being lied to all the time, pretty much about everything. And the only way that you can tell if anything is real is simply by living and using your wisdom. So it is really up to you, actually, to be discerning and to ask God, what do I do now? Is this real? Is this fake? Is it AI? No, cursive is not taught in schools anymore. And you know, here's a funny story too. As a journalist for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, no, it wasn't the Post-Gazette. I was writing for a magazine at the time, and they gave me this article about cursive on the. Actually, I don't know if it was about cursive, but anyway, this is when I found out that cursive was no longer being taught in schools, and this story had to do with the local school district. And they didn't want anyone to know that they weren't teaching cursive. So I outed them in my story, but unfortunately, the woman who was she was the editor of the magazine that I used to be the editor of, and I actually hired her for that job, whatever. Anyway, she sided with the school district and kicked me off. I was not happy about that. I was only telling the truth. But you know what? That was one of my first cancel culture lessons. They don't want to know the truth. So, but I tell them anyway. I love it when Juno Beach, Donna, and me, we danced to Mamma Mia music all day long. I always like drawing, so cursive is just drawing words. I love that, Jetty. I agree. And I remember working really hard on my penmanship that it would be beautiful. I was very proud of the way that I wrote. And here's another fun fact. Growing up in school, all the kids had their childish scrawls, but I had perfected it. And my mother was an artist, so I really, really was into my handwriting looking beautiful. I got very good at my mother's signature. a little. I admit, I signed my mother's signature to all of the notes at school, and everybody else's too, because I had this very grown-up, beautiful writing. Me and my friends decided early on, senior year, it was junior year, because it was a new school, and only junior and senior. So if you had a note, even if it was real, the doctors, anything, I wrote it. So that then when the fake notes were needed, nobody could say this isn't your handwriting. So little early criminality on my part, but I don't know. It's not good to sign it's called forgery. I'm just hoping, I was underage at the time, and here I am outing myself with the forgery. But everybody, we did great. Oh, see you later, Bo. Good to see you, my friend. Donna says, my mom used to make me write my sick notes, and she would sign them. I wrote the whole note and signed it. Little innocent forgery, never hurt anyone. It got us out of some school days and stuff. I was a little bit of a ringleader on that one, but I was the one with the grown-up handwriting. It's 67 degrees outside up in Juno Beach, but I think here in Fort Lauderdale, it's definitely in the 80s, and I'm very hot in the sun here, so it's really warm out. So anyway, with that, I'm about ready to go get my coffee. I don't have any coffee. We need breakfast, so, well, I don't normally eat breakfast, but I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna do it. All right, you guys, I hope you've had a great morning with me. I definitely enjoyed being with you. You guys are wonderful. I'm so glad we had this time together. If you know, you know. All right, you guys, we will see you on the next Beach Report, so stay tuned. Ciao.